that influenced me, like writing wise, definitely like Under Oath. They've been a solid one for as long as I can remember, and other bands like Confide. More recently, I started listening to like bands like Decoder with a little more of like an experimental sound, and I really like that too.
More recently, Oceana's a huge influence of mine, but growing up, I have to say honestly, Slipknot got me started into heavier music. But lyrically, musically, I think Every Time I Die and Poison the Well do it for me.
We decided to go kind of a different direction than we had in the past because the lineup changes, I guess, would be a big portion of it. Like now that we have different people in the band, we have different interests, different styles meshing together. Also, our personal styles have changed, especially mine personally. I've gone through a lot of just being introduced to new music that I've never heard before. That's branched me out a lot.
I think it's more that we fell into it. Like I think that musically, what artists should do and most do is they play kind of what they're inspired by at the moment, at that time. That's why a lot of bands, I think, have sound changes and style changes. It's because they appreciate all types of music and want to experience new music. The style change for this EP is just basically like settling into our own and learning how to write together, I think.
How I feel the lineup changes, it's for the most part like solid. Like I don't see anybody like quitting or being asked to leave the band and anytime soon, just as long as the dedication is high and like people find time, or we find time, I should rephrase that, to practice and figure things out.
I felt bad from the get-go because I was friends, well I guess both situations, bassist and the old vocalist. I was friends with them both. I feel like the decisions we've made before I was in the band and now that I'm in were all for the better, if you know what I mean. I don't think anything was a bad impulse decision. I think it was all thought out and definitely for the better.
So far, the lineup change has been awesome. We've gone through a lot of them recently, but we're finally, I think we found the right group of guys. Just there's always been, everyone has their pros and cons, but I think we've found a good balance of people. We all get along well, hang out all the time, write well. It's going good.
I don't know many challenges we face as a band, other than money in general, gas prices.
My biggest issue, as well as everyone else, is the fact that we find it hard to get together. Time is not on our side at all. We're all busy doing our own things. I've got school, work, as most of us do. So getting our schedules around together is probably my biggest issue.
Definitely money. Money is a huge issue, like especially if you're trying to do stuff and like be a serious type band without like money, like it's pretty much a joke.
Honestly, I love making music. I love writing about how I feel, about things I love, things I hate. As a band, I really would love to just make it somewhere where we could maybe tour a few months out of the year, maybe the majority of the year, and not have to work a real dumb job, 9 to 5. Might sound lazy, but it's more along the lines of what I want to do rather than what I don't want to do, if that makes sense.
For of Wolves and Angels, I think our goals especially are to get this EP done, write this EP, write the rest of it, get it recorded, get it out to people, because they've been waiting for a while now. And then after that, we can just keep playing shows. We'll have a solid set list, and we'll be able to start writing for a full-length album, which we have no idea when it's gonna come out or be even close to finished, but it's something that we're all pretty excited for.
My goals for the future is to somehow make it in music, or else I'll probably work at Walmart for the rest of my life.
I mean, there's a few lines we have, like, not all who wander are lost, and we may challenge our beliefs no matter what we think. Like, I think no matter what you believe or don't believe in, as long as you know why, then I'm content with that, you know what I mean?
Well, the EP is very much centered around a general concept of right and wrong, the middle ground, basically, and that all depends on where you put your values and what value is to you, basically. So value is subjective. It's different for everybody, like what you think is important, what you think is valuable to you. Some people value relationships, some people don't, some people value sports, some don't. It's controllable, and it really influences how you live your life and the effects that you experience, basically.
Not really everything in the world is black and white, and everything has that kind of gray area in between, and it's really just, it's always up in the air, and nothing's really certain.
The idea of gray reality, of nothing is really certain, and black and whites, both extremes, are bad things. They're both distortions on what reality really is, and that reality is, somewhere in the middle. There isn't really a definite answer most of the time, and that's something you kind of have to learn to deal with and accept in life.
I think all of us as a band feel like it is okay to question anything and everything. I know I can speak for myself and say I'm starting every day to question more and more before I just judge something. I don't want to be another blind witness, or just, I don't want to see things face value,
Is there such thing as an objective reality? Is there such thing as like an objective right and wrong? Like, it is right and it is wrong regardless of who you are and how you've been raised and what you think about things. Is that true? It's just exploring reality, like how things are the way they are. There's so much to it. It goes so in depth. We don't have a particular stance on it and a view we're trying to push on anyone or anything like that. We're trying to just explain the situation and the problem of, what is everything, like what is life, what is reality.
I don't know shit about the EP.
Reality.